Alright, I'm back. And yeah, so the real reason why I haven't been on YouTube lately, I'm not showing my face, is because that I was in a fight, and no, not really. I'm just lazy. I am just lazy. I don't believe that anyway. I would love, yeah, when I watch the video of that first one, see if that spring flew somewhere. I'm just not very good at stuff like this. But I don't know any blaster smiths nearby.
It would have flown over that way.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Okay. So this is what we got. Just gonna whip it apart again. Take it totally apart. This is gonna be awesome, y'all. This is gonna be awesome. Sorry if this feels upside down for you guys. Snooze you lose. So I've been reading Target Switzerland, which, you know, so far is a great book about Swiss neutrality. Like, it seemed to get, like, maybe it was just me, but I feel like the stereotype for, like, the Swiss in World War I is just, you know, they're like, we don't bother with war. We're just neutral. But, like, they worked really hard to keep that neutrality. It wasn't like, we're just neutral and, oh, Germany doesn't attack you. Like, yeah, other countries tried that. It doesn't work. The Germans are like, hey, you need protection from the Anglo-French. Okay, we'll help you out here. And, yeah. It was kind of one of those offers that you can't refuse. Not because it was too good, but because there was someone making sure you didn't refuse it. Oh, that screw doesn't actually go through like I thought it did. And a lot of countries just surrendered. And Switzerland's thing was no surrender. No surrender. They told the people, if you hear anything about surrender, it's enemy propaganda. They were to fight to the last. And these weren't just a bunch of people like, hey, you keep swinging at them with your pitchfork. These were people who, essentially, every able-bodied man was trained as a marksman. Like, shooting was a part of the culture, and the government gave them a rifle, and that rifle hung up on the wall, and yeah. When it was time, when they were attacked, they were ready to grab that rifle off the wall and get to where they needed to be, like, yeah, in ridiculous quick time. Like, I think they could, you know, Switzerland isn't a huge country, but, like, they could mobilize the entire army, which, like, in peacetime was essentially mobilize the entire army / militia, which in peacetime was like 10% of the population, which is insane. During World War II, which, yeah, the Swiss were not just doing nothing. They were crazy busy. During World War II, it, like, went up to, like, 20% of the population. And the great thing about it is they weren't going off and fighting in some other country, you know, getting their noses where they didn't belong. These people were training and sacrificing for the defense of their own country. Not going off to fight some politician's war. So I wonder if any of this... this is where it starts like popping out like crazy. So you see that little spinny piece? I'm not sure what it does. Okay, so it just catches that. So I can actually pull that like that, and that slides forward like that. That's not recommended, but I can actually do that. There we go. So there's just little notches there so that it doesn't just kick back as you're pulling it back. And I just messed up the timing on that, which is super fun. That comes off. Ooh, that's in there. And it wants to spin that one down there. So I just need to pop this up. Come on. Come on, baby! Ah! As long as this is all the way forward. Pop it up some more. Click, 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 click. Click. So I believe right there. Put this back. And this, just in case you're wondering. Oh, never mind. Forget that. It's spinning on that little gear like there. But just in case you're wondering, there's a gear on the other... never mind. There's no gear there. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. The Swiss worked hard to keep their neutrality. And, I mean, there are conspiracy theories out there. And the reason there's conspiracy theories is because there are conspiracies. Now, there probably aren't as many conspiracies as, conspiracy theories, make out. Or whatever. There probably aren't as many conspiracies as conspiracy theories. But there are conspiracies. And so, yeah. There's a great conspiracy theory about how FDR wanted to get into World War II. I mean, the facts are, we did start punishing Japan, trying to be, police of it. Hey, no, you're being naughty over there. You're not allowed to attack the Philippines. Only we're allowed to attack the Philippines. Okay, actually that happened afterwards. It was more some, I think, China stuff that they were fussing about. And so we punished them that way. And then we took our Navy out from San Diego and stuck them in Pearl Harbor, like halfway out towards the Japanese. And then we took a bunch of those ships and stuck them in the Pacific. So, left these nice older ships there. And so the first commander's like, I don't like this. And so they fired him. The second commander's like, this isn't good. And he was like, when the Japanese come, they are going to launch their ships off this point. So he's like, I'm going to put my ships there. And sure enough, when the Japanese came, they launched their planes off that point. But before the Japanese came, the government's like, hey, put your ships back in the dock. And, it's crazy. The head of the admiral and, some other guy for, the longest time supposedly were just, criminalized. They betrayed the country by not being ready and all this stuff. And, 53 years later, government's like, yeah, it actually wasn't their fault. They, did a good job. But it's nuts. Right, feel free to look up all that. And then the Flying Tigers. The Flying Tigers were supposed to be, a private, mercenary group. The government was behind this. In, the 90-something, the government is like, yeah, actually, we were, behind the tigers, and so yeah, they get military retirement because yeah, we were doing all that stuff. It's like what? So yeah, we were not neutral, really. And I'm getting all this weird stuff from Uncle Eric books, which more people should read. The real story of World War... Oh, what is it? He has books about World War One and World War Two. Probably easiest way to find him is Whatever Happened to Penny Candy or Whatever Happened to Justice. Whatever happened. It's like, yeah, there's barely any reasons for you to go attack another country. You just try to make yourself look so, like, bad to invade that, you know, make it so not worth it. That's what we can do. And one way to do that is by arming your populace. And, you know, people disagree with me, but I'm like, wouldn't it be better over in Ukraine with like, you know, before all this stuff happened, instead of, like, trying to take, you know, not let people have guns, if we had, you know, if all those people had been trained marksmen? Like, you think, like, the situation would be any better? You know? Okay, this is where I try to figure out where this thing went. I'm just gonna stick it right there. Stick it right there. Stick it right there. Hold your tongue on the left side of your mouth. Do not blink at this point. Do not blink. I repeat, do not blink. Otherwise, you will mess up the whole thing. But yeah. Me just talking about random things. No one is gonna watch this. This is hilarious. I need a podcast so that people can do something useful while they waste their time listening to me. Yeah, this just isn't good. Hey, maybe someone, like, looking for instructions looking for some help. But yeah, World War II, just like... The atomic bomb, that's crazy. It's crazy, man. Why did we drop the atomic bomb on them? Is because we just felt like testing it. We're like, hey, we're at war with Japan. I bet someone can cook up a good reason for us to test this bomb on them. And so they did. Was it like this? No, you have to spin it the other way. This spring is really wacky.